Good evening to DeFiChain News on the 4th of May 2022, the news show that provides you with the latest updates on DeFiChain project. If you like the show, then let's go crazy on the like button. It helps the project. Subscribe and for sure click on the bell button. And stay until the end because we will talk about the next shows and dates. But before we start with the headlines, I would like to welcome my co-moderator and expert of DeFiChain, Lord Mark. How are you today from still Thailand?
Yeah. Hey, DC. I'm really well, and finally we solved the technical issue. We just learned if you change the color of your shirt, you can trick your camera that I don't look completely yellow like I was in the German one. So that looks far better. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
more relaxed now. Cool.
Headline of the show today is business as usual on DeFiChain. So the feeling is nothing happened, but that's not really true. A lot of things are happening, but not very special. Yeah, it's like every time. So I would say jump into the headlines and we show what we have prepared for today. We have the new D token pools are live, and we will talk about it. The current CFP and DFIP round, what happened here till now. We have a short update of the Light Wallet, our new category events around DeFiChain. Also some points happened in the last week. For sure, from the community side, we have a lot of updates again. It's getting the biggest topic in our news show. And the regular point at the end, future dates and events on DeFiChain, what is planned as the next events. So then let's jump into the new D token pools, which are live. Business as usual is the motto. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, I think the community is really getting used to it. So the procedure that we bring for new D tokens live, like every month now, was a real big event at the beginning, and now it's like business as usual. So everybody kind of who wants to play with the new pools really jumps in early. The liquidity was ramping up quite late this time. So I saw really that people, I had the feeling like we had this little hiccup the last time that Disney got stuck in one of the pools. This time, or Mickey Mouse got stuck in one of the pools. This time, people were quite slow with providing liquidity, and then it came with a bang. And it's like at the beginning, in the first tokens that we launched, it was like really dramatic variances or in the interest rates in the API and the different pools. Now that's an event of 2 or 3 hours, and then more or less it's balanced out. So I've got a feeling the community became a little bit more relaxed about the whole action, and people are not thinking they're missing out on something dramatically because it's a couple of hours later. Anyway, kind of balanced out. Yeah, but it worked very smooth this time. Of course, I think the four new D token are still leading the API list if I'm just checking. But yeah, it went really, really well. And Berkshire Hathaway, Coca-Cola, Procter& and Gamble, and PayPal are now part of the DeFiChain family. So I think it was really a smooth launch this time again.
Okay, so check done, and we can wait for the next voting of the next tickers. Great.
Absolutely.
So after voting is before voting. The next voting round is regarding our proposals, community fund proposals, and DeFiChain improvement proposals. What happened here?
Yeah, I had the feeling nothing is happening, but I was really surprised. We've got 15 proposals now that have to be voted on, and voting starts on the 9th of May, so in 5 days. Yeah, we've got 5 DFIPs. It's really nice to see that there are, let's say, more or less 4 DFIPs because one was the logo use. That was kind of um, a little mistake. But so we've got 4 DFIPs and 10 CFPs. What a pretty nice outcome, I would say. But most teams came up quite late with their proposals. Fair enough, right? So as long as you put it up there before the proposal deadline, it's all good. Sometimes it would be a little bit better to bring it maybe earlier that the community can discuss it a little bit more. But yeah, that's not always possible. For example, Balthasar's proposal with his Congo um, ideas that they've got. So they're at Congo at the moment, and they did a lot of talks with governments. I think that's really, really hot and brand new. I think there was not much time to prepare it. They really put it up in the last minute. So yeah, a couple of really interesting things out there. And the range is from 2,000 to 724,000 DFI. So shout out to all the masternode holders out there. Really check them out on GitHub and participate in the discussion, or at least vote on these proposals, because the more votes we got, the more representative is the whole voting round, of course.
Cool. And next news show, we can have a look if there are some votes already in or not, and how the progress is on the voting. So looking
Excellent.
forward, what's happening will be interesting. Next, more technical topic. Our famous Light Wallet saw an update today or yesterday, and the most requested feature is the future swaps. Is it available for the Light Wallet?
No, not yet. So there were minor updates. So like the address book design was a little bit changed. You can access the address book now through the settings. So these were really minor updates. The problem is that the future swap not implemented yet. And we spoke with the developers today, and it's really not that they are sleeping or too lazy or don't feel you out there and don't think it's important. They really want to bring it online. The story is just, I think we mentioned it the last week already. Even we thought it's gonna be faster. So they said they're gonna need about 2 more weeks. And why do they need 2 more weeks? I maybe want to explain that the people don't think, people don't care about the situation. The problem is that the backend infrastructure has a really, really heavy load if this new feature comes online. And people think, yeah, it's just a future swap. That's in some way right. But on the other side, you have to create a swap. You want to maybe remove the swap, even if viewing the swap is calling these APIs. And they want to just make it smooth, and they want to make sure that the whole system doesn't collapse under this big amount of requests that are kind of sent to the backend infrastructure, to the APIs. They really want to make sure that this is gonna roll out properly, and they need about 2 more weeks, and then things are gonna come online and everybody can play. But I think you mentioned that before, because there's some people out there that are really like unhappy with the situation. Guys, there's a command line, and I haven't used it yet, but I've seen the instructions. It's not so difficult. So if you really think you're gonna make a fortune with the future swap, then go online and use the command line. Please don't be so lazy, right? Of course, it's a graphical user interface, a fantastic thing to have, but it's not that difficult, right? And I think safety first. And DC, sometimes I've got the feeling people have a lot of personal interest, right? I fully understand that we want to make money, but at the end of the day, the whole overarching security, or that everything is safe, is far more important than some people can use the little toy, right? So please bear with us, give them 2 more weeks to roll it out properly, and then it's gonna be live, and everybody hopefully is gonna be happy.
Maybe an additional comment regarding this kind of FOMO. Here is the opportunity, I cannot participate. If the Light Wallet feature is out, I think the premium will be lower, because if everyone can use it and make easy a lot of money, then the opportunity will not be there. Yeah, that's the case. I think the high premium at the moment is here because not everyone can use it, or in other words, if you want to have a high premium, you have to make it earlier before this future swap with a light wallet, and then you have more risk that the price will change in the meantime while you are waiting for the block for the swap. So
and you see, honestly, I think if somebody really wants to use it, then everybody can use it, right? It's more the question: does somebody want to invest the time or something like this? It's not dramatic.
I'm not using it because I have no time.
Yeah, exactly. I'm also not using it, right? Yeah, it's absolutely fine for me. I don't feel a person of second class or something like that. Okay, good.
Then
Enough about the light wallet and the future swap.
yes, next topic on the agenda for today: events around DeFiChain. Also here, some smaller numbers, or not smaller numbers, some smaller events with nice numbers happened.
Absolutely. So it's really crazy. So we are really close to reaching the all-time high DFI price in Satoshi, so in Bitcoin price. We crossed the 11,000 Satoshi mark. What is really, really is a crazy achievement, I would say. It might not look so spectacular, but if you see how other projects perform at the moment, then I think this is double as cool as it even sounds. It's really fantastic. Yeah, I mean, most altcoins are 70% down, and we are like on more or less on an all-time high against Bitcoin. And if you see gradually outperforming Bitcoin, but also in US dollar, we are doing very well. Then we said at the future swap, the last future swap was actually pretty big. 15 million USD was swapped with the last future swap. This is nearly as much as the first future swaps together. So let's see. The next future swap is in a couple of hours.
Yeah.
So how many USD will be swapped there? And I think one of the things that we achieved this week, and I think that's really a nice milestone on our road to 50. Road to 50 has a double meaning now, right? So first it was always we want to reach the $50. Now it was like really breaking into top 50 coins on all these coin lists and on CoinGecko that they list us properly. We reached place 49 today. We overtook Axie Infinity, and that's actually really, really cool. I mean, there are a couple of thousand projects out there, and we are top 50 now. So congratulations to every DFI holder out there. Really, really, really impressive. And another thing was that we in the 7-day stats, we were one of the best performing coins overall. So we are doing really, really well. I know people don't want to sell the DFI at the moment. Everybody's really excited for the things to come. And we overtook PancakeSwap, Tezos, EOS, and Axie Infinity today. Really well done, guys out there. And another one that is not in our show notes, but we mentioned in the German one today, you said we had another week of another deflationary week. So more DFI have been burnt than actually minted.
Yeah, right. So overall, great things are happening, even in this business as usual time we mentioned in our title. So let's have a look on the community side, where a lot of things are happening in the background. Give us a short update about what was sent to us for this show.
Yeah, a lot of inputs from the projects out there. Thanks for everybody who is participating in making our ecosystem so much stronger. So Tobi is the first one. They have quite a lot of things cooking, as it seems. So they have new settings there. You can set their user time zone. You can, of course, you can kind of steer your Telegram messages now regarding time zones. You can set how the frequency, how many times you want to get updates. They have a privacy mode now that is only available in the wizard. So go to the wizard, go to the website, check that out. They are working on a lot of new little tweaks for their project. Really watch that. Did you mention they have a new CFP also in that round now?
Tobi not, no.
Tobi is not.
DeFiChain Income was it?
DeFiChain Income was the one. Okay, so they reworked the UI for better user experience, and they are really doing a good job. And I think the feature that you will be called if your wallet is in danger, and they're also going to send you an email if your wallet is in danger. And they're working on a couple of really, really great updates. So really looking forward.
Yeah, you need a red phone. Ring, ring. Tobi calling you.
Your wallet is gonna be liquidated soon. No, so well done to the guys out there. So many more updates to come. Check it out. It's a really great tool. Then from the accelerator team, so our marketing gang out there. They are doing a super cool job at the moment. The airdrop that was planned on CoinMarketCap is kind of back on track. They are now discussing with the people at CoinMarketCap how they want to set this up, how the technical implementation is going to look like. And I think a pretty cool story is that they mentioned if we want to do this airdrop on CoinMarketCap, it would be even very helpful if they would list us in the right spot, because they're still listing us somewhere at place 200 or something like this, where we should not be. We should be around 50 like we've seen on CoinGecko. So that's actually a pretty nice side effect of this CoinMarketCap negotiations. Then they had another Brave campaign. The next one is going to be on the 5th of May, what is actually tomorrow. Looking forward to the numbers that they always provide, but I think the Brave campaigns are always a really nice success, and I think the repetition of being on Brave really helps to penetrate the space and to become a constant player on this browser. It's really nicely done, and also the graphics and the backgrounds and stuff that they create are really, really cool. They are working with a lot of influencers at the moment. 4 influencers released videos recently, and 15 articles mainly around the DeFiChain bridge. So the Binance BNB Smart Chain bridge from Daniel Kagara. So massive media coverage. DC, you said you're going to link a Google Doc up to the show notes.
Yep.
There have been like more than 100 articles in the last couple of weeks. What is massive? Of course, that's a repetition of different topics, right? But that's how we do it. But it's really, really awesome how much media work they are doing out there. And when you Google DeFiChain, you'll find so many more articles than a couple of months ago. There was more or less nothing, and 100 articles in the last, I think, since March or something like this is really, really impressive. So thanks a lot for all the good work put in. Then they're working on a learn and earn campaign. They said they want to do the best learn and earn campaign in that was ever done on CoinMarketCap. Let's see how this is going to play out there. And track is planned for summer. Summer is soon. I mean, we are talking about 2-3 months. So yeah, let's keep fingers crossed that this plays out very well. And then they are talking also about the stage 2 of the Apollo mission. They're in discussions with agencies, and the next big thing is actually thinking about how can DeFiChain sponsor esports events or other real sport events. So yeah, we're gonna see how this gonna play out, and of course we're gonna keep you informed. Also watch the Twitters of the Accelerator team. They're always giving very, very good updates, so you don't need us to know what's going on at the Accelerator team. Jelly Wallet, another wallet. So we had the Safe Wallet that is going to be rebranded at the moment and kind of a little bit revamped. Then we have, of course, the DeFiChain Lite Wallet. Then we have the full wallet, and the latest addition is now the Jelly Wallet. Jelly Wallet is a browser extension on Chrome, and the closed alpha stage is closed now. Now they are in beta stage, and they are, of course, working now to making the product a little bit faster. I think it's not really optimized for speed yet. They are doing a lot of user interface changes. They added a lot of visualizations of ongoing transactions. They have a manual lock function. Check out, there was a really nice video that Santiago Zapata did a couple of days ago, where he explains a little bit what's going on there and what is not going so well yet and what they're working on. It's really nice. Check out this video. But go visit also their website, jellywallet.io. There you can download the wallet, and there you can play around with it. So really looking forward to the big launch, or when they're gonna be finally finished. Then the DStocks Quick Check, I think, became a real useful tool over the last couple of weeks. What is actually a list of all our D tokens with all the premiums, with the amounts, total value locked in the pools, and the APR. You see the Oracle prices, DEX prices, and it's really handy because I think most people use it on a mobile phone. Me as well. I think it's really nicely, neatly done. You have it all in on one screen. It's very easy if you want to see, okay, what's the best pool to go into, and how are the premiums changing over time. So for all the data nerds out there, it's a really cool tool, and they plan a lot more new features, and I think it's really nicely done, and they've got a CFP as well up for voting. So Masternodes, check that out. It's really cool. Then the bridge from Dr. Kagara is live. We mentioned this last week. Is used really, really heavily. So he sent me a message before that. People are really starting to swap larger amounts and more. There's a pancake pool online that was growing about 15% week over week. And also there's a partnership with Cryptos, what is a project on Binance chain. And there were 150,000 USD locked up today. There's nice APR up for grab at the moment, and the rewards are paid in DFI and in their native token. So check that out. There were a couple of posts on Twitter. I also tweeted it. So check that out. I think this afternoon was 600% APR. Of course, it's going to drop down. But yeah, it's really nice to see. And I think it brings a lot of attention, especially in the BSC universe, to bring more light on DeFi chain. So we are really now cooperating, working together. And yeah, let's see how that plays out. Very exciting times.
So, nearly over with the topics of today's news show. That's no special week on DeFi chain. Nearly half an hour to talk about. A lot of things are happening.
It's phenomenal planned, right? Exactly.
Yeah, right. So give us an outlook. What are the next dates? What can we expect happening?
Business as usual. A lot of new dates actually. Next Wednesday news show. That's nothing special anymore. Then please check out the CFPs and the DFIPs. Because the voting starts soon, so don't miss out on the voting. There's a next Tech Talk planned already on the 5th. What is tomorrow actually? DC is gonna have. I think Yusin is gonna be there. Fuxing most likely. Do you know who else is coming tomorrow?
Yusin, Prasanna for sure, and maybe one or the other developer. Maybe a new one.
Cool.
We will have a look.
And what I read, the blockchain updates and exciting DeFi products to be discussed. So that sounds very promising. Then you're a really busy man at the moment. Then you're planning with Sven Kamchen, who is a German tax expert, live on the 9th of May. So this is next upcoming Monday. Where you're gonna talk. Are you gonna do it in German?
Yeah, sure. It will regarding German taxes and will be in German for sure. Makes no sense.
Okay, makes sense. Makes absolute sense. And this is so for everybody out there who is fighting with the taxation, and there's been a couple of changes. Check that out. It's next Monday. And then just a quick head up, on the 15th of May, there's a new Twitter storm planned where we're gonna really plaster DeFi chain all over Twitter. And yeah, get ready, maybe think already a little bit about what you want to tweet there, but that's another 11 days to go. Just want to mention that we get a lot of attention and support for this Twitter storm. That's it with the future dates.
Cool. So that's business as usual on DeFi chain for today. I hope you enjoyed the show. For everyone live, stay until the short break. We still have a couple of minutes to answer some questions. For all the others, thanks for watching, joining here. Have a great day, week, and we will see you next week on the news show again. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.